Going on a trip with next generation English. We're gonna learn and dive into this magic land. We're gonna find some friends and learn some words. I want to see what you like. Your favorite food, your favorite team. Come in this journey with me. Next generation. Next generation. Next generation. English for you and me. Don't be scared of what you heard. English is not what you think. If you pay attention, you might just dream. Next generation, I wanna learn with you. You wanna learn with me? Hey, come on, let's work together in this. This project is for all of us who want to win. Next generation. Next generation. Next generation. English for you and me.
For those who don't remember who I am, my name is Eder, and I am here with my best friend Natalia. Keep in mind that together we are going to travel and learn more about our culture and region. We love learning about our Caribbean region. Hello, Natalia. Let the audience know who you are and what else we're gonna do in this program.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalia. I am 16 years old and I live in Puerto Colombia, Atlántico. I am really happy to start this English program with you. In this radio program, we're going to learn about different places and people, and we're going to do it in English. Do you like English, Heather? How about you guys? Do you like English?
Of course, I love English and I'm sure that our listeners love it too. I practice English with my friends and my family every single day. In this program, we are going to have different sections. Atlantic News, Sports, Get to Know Me, Let's Play, Listen Up, Get Ready with Me, Reading Nook, and Backpack. Natalia, please let us know what we are going to talk about in each section.
Well, Heather, first of all, we have Atlantic News, where we will talk about current events in our department. For example, information about the quarantine and important things happening in Atlántico. Then we have Sports, a section dedicated to our most important athletes and the sports we like a lot. We will also have a section for interviews called Get to Know Me. We will talk to some of the most interesting people you can think of.
Wow, we are going to learn a lot about our region, sports, and people with those sections. I can't wait. So far, my favorite section is about sports. Okay, what else do we have for our audience, Natalia?
Next, our most fun section, Let's Play. We will play games together and we will have some challenges for you too. It will be so much fun. Listen Up is our music section. We will discuss the greatest hits in English of all time. Finally, our beauty section for all you beautiful people. Get ready with me. We will talk about the latest trends in fashion, makeup, hair, and even health.
I'm really excited to listen to those sections. Let me tell you that I love traveling and discovering new things. That's why in our backpack section, we'll be traveling to different towns from our department. We will take our backpacks and take our imagination to discover more and more about these places. Remember, imagination can take you anywhere.
Yeah, Heather, that sounds cool. I remember that I saw you with many books in your backpack. So let me ask you, do you like reading books and short stories?
You have to be kidding me. Reading is my passion. This is one of my favorite parts of the day.
Well, I think that you're going to love this section, Reading Nook. This is a relaxing section. We will pick a book and we will read it together.
Natalia, that sounds awesome. But I'm sure that our listeners have this question. What is a reading nook?
A reading nook is a place where you can sit and take a breath. It should be a corner, or if you like, it could be an entire room in your home dedicated to your needs and unique personality. Basically, it is your own space to read. Heather, do you have your own reading nook?
Honestly, my favorite spot to read is in my backyard. I have a big tree and I sit under it. It's really fresh. You know, I love nature.
Hey everyone, I'm Natalia. Thanks for listening to this section. Get ready with me. I am glad that today we're going to continue talking about one of our favorite topics, daily routines. La sección pasada aprendimos mucho vocabulario para hablar de las actividades diarias. Today we'll learn new phrases and more vocabulary. Heather, are you there?
Hi, Natalia. Yeah, I'm here. I'm really happy to continue learning about daily routines. Hay muchas actividades diarias. So, today we're going to continue learning and practicing more vocabulary to talk about all of those daily routines. I'm sure that all this vocabulary will sound familiar to our listeners. Vamos a aprender mucho más vocabulario. Let's do it!
Yeah, that sounds great. Hey, Heather, tell me about your mother's daily routine. I want to know what she does every day. Quiero saber qué hace tu mamá en un día común. Of course, I want you to tell me all of this in English. So, what's her daily routine?
Okay, I'm going to share with you and our listeners my mother's daily routine. Here I go. My mother wakes up at 6 a.m. every morning. She's a morning person. Mi mamá se despierta a las 6 todas las mañanas. Ella es madrugadora. After that, she makes coffee and she drinks a cup of coffee. Then she makes breakfast for all of us. Sometimes she goes to our bathroom to wake us up. Algunas veces se acerca a nuestros cuartos para levantarnos. I think all moms do that. My mother likes to have a shower after she has breakfast, and then she gets dressed and gets ready for work.
Wow, your mother and my mother have similar morning routines. She also wakes up at 6 a.m. every morning, and she's always worried about being late. She's really strict with the time. Ella es muy estricta con el tiempo. That's why I am always on time. You know, being on time is a way to show respect to others. Por eso siempre soy puntual. Tú sabes que ser puntual es una manera de respetar a los demás. Okay, Heather, what else does your mother do?
Okay, after getting ready for work, she makes sure that everything is fine. She checks all the electronics and makes sure that they are all unplugged. She is very cautious. Then she drives to work and starts working. At 12, She has lunch with her coworkers and made some calls or video calls to make sure that we are all fine.
Oh, that sounds great. She's always making sure that you are fine. That's what mothers do. When I go out with my friends, my mother calls me like 20 times. I'm joking. It's just one call. I love that she's always thinking about me. Okay, Heather, what does your mother do after work?
After she has finished all her duties at work, she comes back home. As I told you in the previous episode, in my home, I usually make dinner because this is my way to help my mother and my father with the house. I love cooking and helping my family. I know that after work they are really tired. Me encanta cocinar y ayudar a mi familia. Y yo sé que ellos están muy cansados después del trabajo. We usually eat dinner together at 7:30 p.m. After dinner, my mother and my father talk and share some time together. You know, they talk about their days and stuff. Sometimes my mother and my father watch TV or we play some board games to relax at night.
Wow, my mother and my father also play board games with us. My favorite board game is Monopoly. You should play it too. You know, Monopoly is so much fun. Hey, you mentioned that your mother and your father watch TV. What do they usually watch?
I'm glad you asked. On television, they usually watch the news. Ellos usualmente ven las noticias. Estar actualizados es muy importante para ellos. At night, my mother checks my homework and makes sure that I have done everything. En la noche, mi mamá verifica mis tareas y se asegura que las haya completado todas. Natalia, does your mother check your homeworks?
Sure. My mother checks my homework too. Mi mamá también verifica mis tareas. Es importante que los padres de familia verifiquen las tareas de sus hijos o hijas. It is very important that parents check their children's homework. I am glad that our parents do that. This is something that all parents should do and know. Heather, tell me a little bit about your father's routine.
Well, Natalia, my father's routine is similar to my mother's routine. You know, home, work, back to home, and so on. Also, he helps me to feed the dog and the cat when I don't have time to do it. He's really passionate about music and he loves listening to music all the time. He listens to vallenato and salsa. I like listening to vallenato, but I dislike salsa. So I enjoy talking about music with him.
Thanks for sharing your parents' daily routine with us. Heather, what are some other daily activities that your parents do? I'm sure that they do more than that, right? They are all in good shape. Do they practice any sports? Do they go to the gym? Tell us.
Okay, you're right, Natalia. They do more than what I said. They exercise at least 4 times a week. They don't go to the gym, but they like running with us, and we have a fitness cycle, so they do spinning at home. They pray every morning too. What about your parents, Natalia?
Well, they do other things. For example, they go grocery shopping once a week with me at the local supermarket. Before that, they make a list of all the things that they need to buy. It's a shopping list. This helps save time when we go shopping. They help me with all my housework. Sometimes my mother irons our clothes and I help her. It's a lot of work.
That sounds great. Helping your mother with some stuff is great. Ayudar a tu mamá con algunas cosas es muy bueno. Spending time with our families It's very important. Pasar tiempo con nuestras familias es muy importante. There are many things to do with our families. For example, watch a movie, go to the park, do exercise, play board games, listen to music, and dance. What else do you do with your family, Natalia?
Well, we study together. Estudiamos juntos. We study English together. My father speaks English and my mother is learning it with me. I practice with them every day. My father corrects my pronunciation and my mother learns from us. Juntos aprendemos más.
Wow, that sounds cool. I think that I will teach my parents English too. Creo que también le enseñaré inglés a mis padres. If they learn English, they will have more job opportunities. Si ellos aprenden inglés, tendrán más oportunidades de trabajo. Thanks for sharing that with us, Natalia. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Heather. I know that my mother needs to practice her English more because now all companies want to hire bilingual people. Yo sé que mi mamá necesita practicar más inglés porque ahora las empresas quieren empleados bilingües. So let's practice more English together.
Well, I think that I'm more than ready for all those job opportunities. Bueno, creo que estoy más que listo para esas oportunidades de trabajo. I have been learning English since I was in primary school. He estado aprendiendo inglés desde la primaria. The most important thing is that I practice it all the time. Lo más importante es que lo practico todo el tiempo. I listen to music and podcasts in English. I read online articles in English and I use different apps to practice English. For example, Be the One Challenge. That's an application that helps me evaluate my English skills. And for all the students, it helps them with the Saber test that is carried out by the ICFES.
Okay, that sounds great. I heard about that application, Be the One Challenge. I downloaded it and I use it every day. It is so much fun. Well, Heather, I think that it is time that we review some vocabulary that we use today. Could you please start?
Sure, let's start. How do you say descargar una aplicación in English?
Descargar una aplicación is download an app or download an application. Ahora la voy a usar en una frase. I usually download apps to practice English. Yo suelo descargar aplicaciones para practicar inglés.
Okay, that's great. Let's continue. This one is really easy. How do you say hablar inglés in English?
Hablar inglés is speak English. Ahora le voy a usar en dos oraciones. My father speaks English. Mi papá habla inglés. We speak English. This is the name of our radio program.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, Natalia, we speak English. Let's continue. How do you say jugar juegos de mesa in English?
Jugar juegos de mesa is play board games. Ahora la voy a usar en una oración. We play board games together and our favorite board game is Monopoly.
Okay, you are doing great. Let's continue. How do you say leer artículos en línea in English?
Leer artículos en línea is read online articles. Ahora la voy a usar en una oración. I read online articles to do my homework. Yo leo artículos en línea para hacer mis tareas. Reading opens our mind. Leer abre la mente. Now, we have a lot of online books and articles that we can read for free. Just Google it. Googlealo.
Yeah, you're right, Natalia. When I want to read something in English, I just Google it and I get it. Cuando quiero leer algo en inglés, solo lo googleo y lo obtengo. Easy peasy, super fácil.
Yeah, it is really helpful. But be careful. You must check the source of the information. Es muy útil, pero debemos tener
Teams. See you next time.
See you guys! It was a pleasure to share our family's daily routines with all of you.
Hello again. Natalia, welcome to Let's Play. Today we are going to play a game. Vamos a jugar. Are you ready?
Yes, Adder, I am ready, of course. What are we going to play today?
Well, Natalia, this game is really easy and simple to understand. You are going to listen to some conversations, and you are going to guess what they do in each conversation. Vamos a escuchar unas conversaciones y tú vas a decir lo que ellos hacen en cada situación. This vocabulary is related to daily routines. Este vocabulario es sobre la rutina diaria. Did you get it? ¿La pillaste, Natalia?
Yeah, that sounds simple enough to follow. Escucho la conversación y usando el vocabulario de la rutina diaria, digo lo que hacen en cada situación.
Yeah, you're right. Let's start with the conversation one. Conversation one.
Juan, hurry up! Don't spend too much time there, or you'll be late for school.
Okay, just a minute. Don't worry.
I think that conversation one is about taking a shower. I mean, he takes a shower before going to school, right?
Yeah, you're right. Next conversation. Conversation 2.
Okay, it's my turn. Let me roll the dice. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to win.
I don't think so. Let me roll the dice. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 steps. I'm going to win. What is this conversation about, Natalia?
Okay, I think this conversation is about playing board games. I mean, they play board games, right? Maybe they are playing Monopoly, right?
Yeah, great job. They play board games. It's fun to play board games. Let's listen to conversation number 3.
A new day.
Hurry up. It's getting late for school.
Okay, I think this conversation is about waking up. I mean, this girl wakes up. I heard the alarm clock.
Great job. This girl wakes up when her alarm clock sounds. Esta chica se despierta cuando la alarma suena. Natalia, do you set your alarm clock?
Yeah, I usually set different alarms on my cell phone, but sometimes my mother goes to my bedroom to wake me up. That's the alarm clock that never fails, right?
You're right, Natalia. Congratulations. You did a great job. You really know the vocabulary about daily routines. Se nota que estás estudiando mucho inglés. Well, that's all for this section. Let's play! See you next time! Are you in a reading nook? I hope all of you are now in your reading nook because it's time to be really attentive. We are going to start our segment, Reading Nook. Last section, we started reading Moby Dick, and we have an activity to check. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. I really liked this book. I answered all the questions, and for sure, our listeners have their own answers too. I really want a 5, the highest score.
Well, Natalia, you will get a 5 if you give me the right answers for all the questions. But don't worry about the score, because in this space, the most important thing is that you learn.
Okay, Heather, I know that the most important thing is to learn, but believe me, I won't make any mistakes. Let's start.
Let's start with the first question. Who uses maps?
Easy peasy, Captain Ahab uses maps to make a plan to find Moby Dick. He's really obsessed with that white whale.
Great, Natalia. That's right. Let's continue. What do we know about Fedalab?
What do we know about Fedallah? Well, he is Captain Ahab's close friend since he only talks to him. He is calm and speaks quietly. He's different from other men. He stays away from the other whalers. He sleeps during the day and stays up at night. Some whalers believe he can see the future.
Yeah, Natalia. Next question. Did they kill the white whale?
I think that I'm going to get a perfect score as always. No, they did not kill the white whale. The white whale escaped into the deep waters.
Yes, it is. If you get the next question right, you'll get a perfect one. Here we go. Did the white whale return?
Yes, it did. The white whale returned and they followed it.
Wow, Natalia, you are on fire.
Did I get all the answers right?
Yeah, you got all the answers right. You really pay attention to this chapter of this book called Moby Dick. Okay, today we are going to read a new chapter of this book. Natalia, I'm sure that you and all our listeners are really excited to continue with this adventure.
Sure, Heather. Let me remind our listeners that it is very important to pay close attention to this story. We always have some questions to check if you're following the story.
Don't worry, Natalia. I'm sure that our listeners are going to be really attentive. Go ahead, Natalia.
Chapter 7 Pip's Story. You met our cook's boy, Pip, earlier in my story. Pip was a young black American boy. He was only 14. A whaling ship wasn't a nice place for a boy, but Pip liked his work. He sang in the kitchen when he helped the cook, but things changed for him. After many weeks, we lost Moby Dick and we started to look for other whales again. One of Stop's men broke his arm, so he couldn't row. Stop put Pip in our boat on the next whaling trip because there was no other man. Pip didn't want to go. We could see that in his face. But he always wanted to help, so he went quietly. Our first trip was fine, but Pip felt happier at the end of it. On our second trip, Tashtigo's harpoon hit a whale behind its eye. The angry whale turned around and hit the boat. Pip jumped up and then out of the boat. When he jumped, the harpoon rope caught him. The whale started to swim away fast. It pulled Pip behind it. We could see Pip's head go in and out of the water. "Stupid boy!" shouted Tashtigo. He stood up with his knife. He could cut the rope and free the boy. He looked at Stop. Stop liked the boy, but he didn't want to lose the whale. Cut the rope! Shouted Starbuck angrily. Testigo cut the rope and the whale swam away. They pulled Pip back into the boat. The men were very angry with him. Never jump out of the boat again, said Stop. We'll have to leave you. Who will bring us more money, you or a whale? On the third trip, Pip jumped again when a whale hit the boat. He was a young boy, a cook, not a whaler. He was afraid. This time, Stop left him in the ocean. Please come back, Pip shouted. Please don't leave me. The sharks will eat me. But the boat went after the whale. Pip was in the ocean for a long time. The water was as cold as ice and Pip was afraid. The ocean was very dangerous. Stop sent the Pequod for him after we got our whale. When Pip climbed the rope, Captain Ahab put out his hand to him. Pip was a little crazy now. When he saw Captain Ahab's hand, he saw the hand of God. Thank you, God, he cried. After that day, Pip was a different person. He followed Captain Ahab everywhere. He was always with him. And Captain Ahab was a different man when he was with Pip. He never shouted at him. He smiled and was kind to him. After many days on this, Starbuck got angry and shouted at Pip. Captain Ahab is not God. Stop following him, you crazy boy. Why are you angry? The boy doesn't understand, I said to Starbuck. I'm not angry. I'm afraid. I know the boy is crazy, but Captain Ahab? Does he think he's God? Is he? He stopped before he said the word crazy. This is not good. It's wrong, said Starbuck. Then he walked away.
Okay, this is all for today's Reading Nook. Thanks, Natalia, for reading this new chapter of this amazing book. Reading books in English is really important for learning this language, English. When I read a book, I learn new vocabulary and practice my English by discovering new things in each story. Now, it's time to check your understanding. In this new activity of this book, we have some questions that you need to answer. Keep in mind that all these questions are based on the pages that Natalia just read. Are you ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, let's start. Listen to 4 questions and write the answers. Keep in mind that we'll check them in the next Reading Nook session. Here we go. Question number 1. What happened to Pip in the first whaling trip? Question number 2. What happened to Pip in the second whaling trip? Question number 3. What happened to Pip in the third whaling trip? Question number 4. Why did Pip follow Captain Ahab?
Next time on Reading Nook, we will answer the questions together. Stay tuned to learn more about Moby Dick. Bye!
We're going on a trip with next generation English. We're gonna learn and dive into this magic land. We're gonna find some friends and learn some words I want to see what you like. Your favorite food, your favorite team. Come in this journey with me. Next generation, next generation, next generation, English for you and me. Don't be scared of what you heard. English is not what you think. If you pay attention, you might just dream. Next generation, I wanna learn with you. You wanna